Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I made a video, but I needed to set a few things up before I started doing this again. But I'm going to start doing it more consistently now. So, the Glock 22 Gen 5 40 caliber. Let's talk about it. Everything's cleared and emptied. I checked it before I started. I have no clue why YouTube wants you to clear and empty your firearm. Bullets don't go through the camera and hit people on the other side of the camera. But I am going to do it for my safety because I'm going to be handling this. Just saying. I hear that people say YouTube don't want you to have a loaded firearm, but who knows. So, the overall length is pretty much 7 7/8. There is millimeters or centimeters to play with. The overall height, pretty much 5.5. The overall width of the slide is pretty much an inch, a little bit over an inch. The overall width of the whole thing is pretty much an inch and 3/8. The overall width of the barrel is 4.49 inches, which is pretty much 4.5 inches. The trigger pull is pretty much 5.5 pounds. So now, this is my first pistol. I don't know why I went with the 40 caliber for my first pistol, but I was kind of persuaded at the store, which can happen a lot and does happen all the time. But I love it now, and I love Glock now, and this is all new to me. So. But who doesn't like a Glock? It just feels real good in your hand. The only other thing that feels this good in the hand is pretty much CZ. And that's what I carry every day. I don't carry this every day because, for one thing, I don't want to mess it up. Yeah, I know it's a $700 pistol, but still, I don't want to mess it up. $700 to me is a lot. So I don't want to get it dirty. I don't want to mess it up. Now the sights on this thing, kind of crappy. You can still hit within 2 or 3 inches, especially around 15 yards, and that's what the average person will probably be set their target at, or if they were ever in trouble, it would be around 15 to 10 yards. Now I'm trying to hit something about this big around 45-50 yards now. Now this is all new to me, so I'm still practicing, I'm still learning. I'm getting way better than what I was, but when I first started, I couldn't hit nothing. I thought it was the pistol, but it wasn't the pistol, it was me from pulling the trigger. Every time I pulled the trigger, the pistol would move. So I just sit at home and I practice pulling the trigger. So make sure that pistol doesn't move. Every time you pull that trigger, the pistol don't move. I do it every time, or I do it every day. And since I've done that, man, I've got way better at that trigger pull. Glock isn't the best pull on the trigger, but not too bad. Do it again. Yeah, it's not too bad. Oh, there is another thing too when you're shooting a lot. I don't know if they call that. I heard somebody say Glock knuckle. I don't know what that means, but so pretty much when you're pulling, your bottom of your finger rubs on this. The bottom of it right here, the bottom of your finger will rub on this as you're shooting, and by the time you're done shooting, you got pretty much, it's like, you know, it's raw on the bottom of your finger. So, and my CZ, the trigger guard is way bigger. So, but everybody likes Glock. I love Glock now. So, just something to, you know, also too, everybody was saying or everybody says that the Glock 22 will fit in a Glock 17 holster, but it does not. It will not fit in a Glock 17 holster. The slide is a little bit thicker, and there's something else that doesn't allow it to go into the Glock 17 holster. Now the Gen 4 will go into the Glock 17 holster. So it's kind of been hard to find a inside the waistband holster. Alien Gear sells a holster for the Glock 22 Gen 5, but they call it the cloak system. So I don't know specifically what's going on. I know when I went to go look for a shoulder rig, it was called something different. It was called the cloaking system, or the cloak system. And then the other thing for the CZ or a Canic or a Walter or anything, they call it a shapeshifter, pretty much. So they have those little, they have the thing that actually slips over your pistol and then attaches to each different type of holster. For the Glock 22 Gen 5, they call it a cloak system, and I just don't. I tried talking to them, or I tried emailing them, and I still didn't really get a good answer. But I will find a holster for it. I do have an outside the waistband holster, but like I said, I don't want to wear it, and I don't want to really mess it up. But overall, for a pistol, still a nice pistol, and it's not as big as you think. I'm a little bit of a bigger guy, so I can still hold a bigger pistol on me. The only thing is this butt sticks out the side, because I wear it on my side, so this sticks out the back of my shirt. I know I need to get a wedge and a claw to push this back more while it's behind my shirt. But it really doesn't bother me, especially now in the wintertime. But I'll have to figure something out during the summer, and I will. But I wanted to bring this to you guys, show you Glock 22 Gen 5 40 caliber. I don't see these in the shops very often. I look every time I go to a shop, and I think I've seen this once, maybe twice at a shop. Now you could probably find it on the internet. I do see them on the internet, but for some reason people don't gravitate to the Glock 22 Gen 5. So